Boy, I could use crack.
What would you use it for?
To fill sidewalks?
You would fill the cracks in the sidewalk with
crack.
crack?
It's like fighting fire with fire. Fill crack with crack.
Seems like a rather expensive solution to that problem.
You're right, but
I can't see any. I can't see any other downsides.
What other infrastructure plan do they have for it?
It's a good point. And our tax dollars already go to Joe Biden's crack pipe program or whatever. So
right.
Might as well use it to fix the roads, sidewalks, roads. It's the same thing.
Yeah, they have cars for kids. Now we have crack for kids.
Yeah,
1-877 crack for kids. Donate your crack today.
That's the next commercial for sure. Yeah,
I sure hope we have a child singing 1-877 crack for kids to me on the radio someday.
Yeah, I hope so. It's
my one hope. Oh, hi. Hello.
It's your Obi-Wan Kenobi.
My Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, because it's your only hope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, how you like that? I've seen a movie.
A movie. Look at you.
Look at me go.
My favorite Star Wars is the fourth one, Star Wars: A New Hole.
The fourth hole. May the fourth hole be with you.
If they have a lightsaber, they can make new holes. A new hole.
Hey, the red light's on in the corner.
Ah!
Yeah.
Is that the government?
Probably.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
They can't. We have immunity because you saved Mount Rushmore.
That is true. I did do that. Also, if you're in my hard drive right now, all that stuff that says anonymous is meant to be anonymous. Please don't send that anywhere to anybody.
Can't make any of the first 6 jokes that came to my mind. So
don't ask why they're all spelled wrong. I don't know how to spell anonymous. Okay,
and don't tell.
Tricky word. Oh my goodness, Stoop, how are you doing today?
Oh, blessed. I'm blessed.
So you sound chipper.
Yeah, I just love life, and no one loves life as much as I do.
That might be true.
And that's a challenge.
If you think you love life more than Stu, please email us at theallsportscene@gmail.com.
Theallsportscene@gmail.com. By the way, we're still waiting for hate mail and new slurs at theallsportscene at gmail.com.
We are waiting for them. Any hate mail and new slurs you got, we'll take them. We will take them.
We will. We'll air them too.
We don't know what we'll do, but we'll take them.
Yeah, we'll air. We'll read them on air.
We have some fan submissions.
Here's some new slurs.
Oh boy. Maybe if a couple years ago before everybody got all sensitive.
Yeah, everyone got all sensitive all of a sudden.
Can't say slurs anymore because of woke. Oh, thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I am a year sober from alcohol today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You can see how miserable I am.
You know what you should do to celebrate?
Drink.
Yeah, you should drink alcohol.
I told Caitlin last night, I said, you want to do some shots tonight so I can break it one day before the year mark? And then start it over again. Every year. 360.
Do like a Motley Crue and just inject liquor with needles.
Yeah.
Do one of those.
Straight into the bloodstream. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. It doesn't count as drinking.
That's true. I didn't drink it.
Right.
California sober is the key. Yes, very much. I only drink wine. Seltzer cheers. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Is that a slur?
Email us if that's a slur.
I'm gonna give you the old seltzer cheers.
And if you want to send donations to the email as well, send donations and all the proceeds go to the Sam t-shirt.
Fuck. No, don't send those donations. Don't send those donations. We don't want that t-shirt. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's start this show. Stoop, what are we doing here?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ladies and thems, this is Talking Out Our Ass. It's a bi-weekly, semi-weekly, whichever one means every other week, talk show. It's hosted by Sam Reeves alongside yours truly, Stoop Kid, and we bring on a guest, and we tell the guest to come prepared with a topic that they can talk about, that they're knowledgeable on. But we tell them, don't tell us what it is until we bring you on the show, because we hate ourselves, and we hate you. Fuck you.
Yep. Fuck you. Welcome to the show. Fuck you. If you're watching this, fuck you.
Get help.
We're just the best at promoting ourselves.
I love it.
Come watch our show. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
We're going to make so much money one day.
Swear to God, I'm making so much money right now.
I have so much money.
Selling pictures of my feet. And if you want pictures of my feet, send an email to theallsportscene@gmail.com.
Subject line, feet.
50% off your first foot pick if you send in a new slur.
That's a steal of a lifetime.
That's right.
All right. Well, we did bring a guest, I think, right? Did you book him?
I didn't do it. So if you didn't do it, this is just people can just sit through this for an hour.
Oh God. Let's not do that to them. Yeah, I booked the guest. I did that. I remember now.
Hey, you can't steal Joe Biden's catchphrase.
I did that.
I did that.
I fit in there. You may know our guest as Jerry, Barry, Terry, Tommy, Tony. I don't fucking know. His name is not Larry. So it's not Larry, everybody.
Good evening.
Hi, not Larry.
I do have a question from the intro.
Yes.
You want to see the crack for kids commercial.
Yeah.
I was not aware that there was crack that was not for kids. I assumed it was a drug for children and toddlers.
This is a program through which you donate your old or unused or unwanted crack to the children. Mm-hmm. So that the children, when they're driving your car, can also have crack.
Yeah. You want them hitting that pipe as they're hitting the expressway.
There's no way for kids to drive cars otherwise. They can't focus.
That's true. The cure to ADHD in children is crack.
It's 4 out of 5 doctors recommend.
As a father of a 3 and a 5-year-old, I can concur that only crack.
Right, and the 5th doctor, well, don't listen to that guy. He's smoking crack.
4 out of 5 crack doctors will tell you. Is this guy's name Larry? I don't know. His name's not Larry. So
well, you do know then. Don't say you don't know. Yeah. You do know. You know that his name's specifically not Larry.
Well, it's not Larry, but Larry's in it, but it's not Larry. So
yeah,
his name isn't Larry. It's not Larry.
Yeah. So there was a few years ago, there was somebody who got kicked off of Twitter for calling somebody an unlubricated hand job. That guy's name was Larry. I am not Larry.
That's not Larry.
So that's the key difference here.
An unlubricated hand job. How lovely would that not be? Oh boy.
Is there any other kind?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't read up on it in a while.
Yeah.
So I can't read. But yeah, not Larry. Thank you for joining us. What's this show gonna be about?
Okay, so have you ever heard of the name John Edward Jones?
I feel like I have, but that's also 3 very generic names in sequence.
Absolutely.
I know of Edward Jones, the investment partner,
and John Edwards, the
And
congressperson,
Yeah, that guy.
And John Jones,
the
The-
fighter.
Crack addicted MMA fighter. Yeah. Hey, back to
Or
crack.
back to crack.
All roads
Um,
lead to crack.
Okay, so maybe not. If I said the Nutty Putty Cave, do you know what that is?
The Nutty Putty Cave. No, I don't know what that is. What is the Nutty Putty Cave?
I thought you guys for sure would know this. Okay, I want you to Google the picture, and anybody who else is watching this should Google the picture
I
because
was doing that before you said that.
I want you to feel.
Oh,
the
this is
anxiety of
this is
looking at this.
okay, yeah. This picture went very viral. The diagram of the way that this guy was stuck in this fucking cave.
Oh, yeah, upside down.
He crawled in the cave, figured like that because there's like a loop around or something, but he took a wrong direction.
Yeah.
And ended up upside down. There's no way to get him out, and he died of a heart attack like 24 hours later
Fuck
out
my
of like,
fucking life, dude.
fear and blood rushing to his head and all that kind of stuff.
God
Ow.
almighty. How
Yeah.
how insane must he have been in those final moments?
Oh, yeah, because you're the blood is just
You're
going
delirious.
right to your head.
Right. And you're running out of air and just all the stress and oh boy.
Yeah. And there's nothing you can do in that situation.
Imagine if he had to go to the bathroom at the same time.
Well, he definitely did pee into his own mouth at some point during this.
I
During
mean,
this
he had to
24
drink
hours.
something.
Yeah. So
Look at that.
so, fuck. All right. Good job.
Dude, unnerved.
So this was like the intro to just talk about terrifying death.
So
Ooh,
your
that's-
topic is terrifying deaths.
Terrifying deaths.
All right.
This is Stoop's wheelhouse.
Yeah, I like this.
He loves terrifying deaths.
I didn't know if I could do an hour just on this one guy, but yeah, I mean, hey, we've honestly Sam, if you think about it, like half of the episodes of this show have been about terrifying deaths of some kind.
Some kind, and then the others about how society has failed entirely.
Yeah, this is a cheery show.
You either die or you fail society.
Because we've done, we've done airline disasters, theme park disasters, serial killers.
Mm-hmm.
What am I missing? I don't know. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to confront these things while we're alive. That is, if you believe the, liberal conspiracy that we are alive.
You haven't been red pilled yet. Or wait, which one was the pill that woke you up? Was that the red one?
The red. Well, what do you mean by woke you up? This is because the blue one you get to return to the Matrix where we are currently, and the red
Right.
one you stay in the real world, man.
Where you wake up in the goo.
Right, where you wake up in the goo. Yes, the goo. Red equals goo is
Okay.
my new theory that I should be paid for, like E equals MC squared. Red equals goo.
Red equals goo.
And of course, that was famously like an allegory or a metaphor by the writers of that movie for being transgendered, and that's always a fun fact.
Al Gore wrote that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Matrix is very Al Gore-y.
So, I mean, I don't know. Would that be a terrifying death to you? It would like if you were one of those people in the Matrix and the thing goes in the back of your skull and then you die in the Matrix, so you die for real.
No, so I don't think so for me. So for me, so I was doing I was Googling around for some other ones. Like there's this guy who I was reading about who he just went off into the woods to do some hiking, climbed a tree, and halfway up fell out of the tree. And when he landed, he broke his back and couldn't move. And he was just laying there. And he was in Canada. So it started to snow. And it snows a lot in Canada. So he is just laying there slowly being buried and suffocated by, feet of snow. Yeah. And yeah. And I was wondering, would that be worse than being just having some wolves come by and be like, hey, lunch, just being torn apart by wolves. But so the answer to your question, long story long, that just push right in the back, cool. I don't see it coming. I'm just gone. But
no, but I'm talking about in the Matrix, the way that they connect to the Matrix from the real world is with those plugs in the back of their head. But if you die, if you get shot or whatever in the Matrix, you die in real life because the body cannot live without the mind or whatever the fuck. Right. So I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess I guess you could still theoretically, you could fall off a tree, break your back and suffocate under feet of snow in the Matrix just as easily.
Sure. Oh, did Stoop freeze?
He might have. Or he's really deep in thought. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Hey, wow, amazing.
You are deep in thought.
Deep in thought. I get lost in there sometimes. It's unfamiliar territory.
Don't ever think again.
I try not to.
But yeah, I laying on your back under feet of snow, and I'm assuming he couldn't move. So I assume he probably couldn't feel anything either.
Sure.
Why can't he feel anything? What is he, Ants in My Eyes Johnson?
Yes, whatever.
Why can't he
means.
feel anything?
Because he's got broken
paralyzed.
You'd probably feel if you're breathing or not, though.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I tend to agree that I think it would probably be better to be ripped apart by wolves than for just to wait until you're dead.
Well, yeah, if you're paralyzed and they just, I mean, how much of that are you going to feel? That's probably better than wasting away under feet of snow and choking on snow.
Honestly, I thought you were just going to stop at, and he was in Canada, and that's bad enough,
No, they airlifted to the hospital. He had free healthcare. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not like he's in Indiana.
That would be worse. That would be immeasurably worse. There's no worse place to die or live
than Indiana.
So, but let's weigh for you personally the guy, the inverted man in the cave,
peeing in his own mouth.
Versus breaking your back, falling out of a tree, and then slowly suffocating under feet of snow. Which is scarier to you?
I think the cave is scarier because there's still some hope. I think as it's snowing, you're like, okay, it's snowing. I'm kind of covered, but somebody could still walk along and find me.
True.
Yeah, or I can still yell.
Lassie could come. Yeah.
And you're not upside down, and that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least he died being comfortable,
Just laying down.
Yeah.
He died peacefully.
Okay, so what's worse than that slow agonizing death where you're just the cave death?
The cave death it might be the worst.
What about if you're one of those people who's I was again reading about this woman who bungee jumped, and she thought they said they yelled no jump, and she thought somebody yelled now jump, and she jumped, and the bungee cord wasn't hooked up. So you're like watching that come on to you, and then all of a sudden you're like, ow, my head. Like, is that worse? Because
No.
at least it's a high impact.
Right. Yeah.
and
No,
it's
that's
over
not.
quickly,
That's not
but-
like that's definitely very scary, but it's only very scary for like 0.3 of a second. You
Sure.
know,
Hey, just
and,
like
and then it's lights the fuck out. Whereas these other two are very, very gradual.
Yeah.
Definitely, like that's definitely scary as fuck, but for a very short amount of time.
And if she didn't realize that if she thought they said now jump,
Right.
she
There's a
didn't
chance
realize until she's expecting the cord to.
That's what
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's like literally 0.1 of a second that you're actually scared.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
but that's good.
Oof.
Have you seen the? Because I haven't. Have you seen any of the Final Destination stuff?
Yes.
I've seen one of them a long time ago.
Yeah, because I've it's one of those pieces of media, like so many, that I feel has been referenced enough that I don't need to see it. I know all the things.
Mhm.
Like I get it already. You know.
Yeah.
Kind of like Saw.
But
Pretty
the
much.
primary example, like when again, because I haven't seen any of the movies or whatever it is, the primary example I always think of is when you're driving behind a a truck with a bunch of logs on it,
Mhm.
or just like a truck with a bunch of anything on it, really, that's just like open, and you're driving behind it, and you're like, man, one of those comes loose, that's just going straight through me.
Mhm.
Is that a thought that occurs to you, or are you a sane person?
No. That definitely does. That definitely does occur to me on occasion. Like you just, you're expecting, like, as you're driving along or something, like there's going to be a rock that falls out of something, or somebody's got a couch on the back of their truck, and you're like, what if they didn't strap that in correctly? One of the most terrifying times for me driving is right after I've changed a tire, because I will stand on that thing and jump on it to tighten it. But as soon as I start driving, I'm like, I'm convinced that thing's going to fall off. And I'm
Imagine building the whole car now. It takes months of driving that thing before trust, like, okay, I think it's actually all right.
Yeah.
So it's like to work for Boeing.
Yeah, except it's not all right.
Okay, so got another example for you. So it's the extended, like, knowing death is coming for a long period of time. That's horrible. So Pearl Harbor. So when they raised one of the battleships, they found inside of one of the compartments it was like only partially flooded and everybody was dead, but they found a calendar scratched on the wall for 2 weeks. So you're trapped in a sunken battleship underwater. You can't get out. You're there for like 2 weeks. Is that worse than the cave?
That's a good one. That's got to be like loosely equivalent to the cave. The only thing that makes it not as bad as the cave is that you have other people.
Mm-hmm. Until you're the last one.
Right.
Oh.
Like, and they didn't eat each other. I guess you probably wouldn't. You'd probably be like, should we eat each other? Nah, because we're gonna run out of air anyway. That's probably that's probably verbatim the conversation they had.
I don't want to die hungry.
I don't even like missing dinner.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta say, I haven't had a snack in like 2 hours, and y'all are looking really good, right?
You're looking like a snack.
I've always wondered what part of a human is dark meat versus white meat.
So generally, wow, this is too fast of an answer.
Yeah, I know. Way too fast.
Well, the way that it works generally is that
Calm down, Dahmer. Fuck.
dark meat is the muscles that the animal actually like uses, and white meat is more of the muscle that you don't, use as much. That's why like chicken breast is white meat versus like whatever part of the chicken is dark meat. I haven't torn a chicken apart recently. Yeah.
So you're telling me my titties are white meat?
Correct. That is what I'm telling you.
Hell yeah.
All of you is white meat. Have you looked in the mirror?
Yeah. Incredibly. You're saying muscles I haven't used. That's about all of them.
Yeah. It
So
would
you're
be
saying
easier
the
to
guy
list
who-
the opposite.
So you're saying the guy who died in the snow was slowly turning into white meat?
One way or another. Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's in a deep freeze. He's probably still good. Whoever finds him out there. I mean, he's probably, freezer burned, but in a pinch.
In a pinch.
Yeah. It's an idiom.
Don't call me that.
Okay, so the cave is the cave still the worst then?
Cave is still the worst to me.
To me, I don't know. I feel like the battleship's pretty bad because that's 2 weeks
Yeah.
of just withering away.
It's pretty bad, but you do have other people, that
But
you
yeah, I mean, if you're upside down in that cave, and that probably feels like it's way longer than.
you probably lose all concept of time. Again, that's why I'm saying, like, he must have been so mentally gone before
Right.
he was physically gone.
Definitely.
Like, fuck.
I will, like, if I'm standing up and tie a shoe and then I come back up, sometimes I get a head rush. So I can imagine.
Yeah, right. Right. If I just stand up from this chair too fast, sometimes
I pass out.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, and I think Stoop, I think you had the for me, which is like any kind of tiebreaker, is all the piss.
There's a good amount of piss, I assume. I assume the man pissed on his face more than once.
Where am I pissing? And that's going to determine how bad my death is going to be.
Well, again, the guys on the battleship, at least they could have pissed in the corner or in bottles or something.
Or in the water that was filling up that room.
Well, I don't think you'd want to do that. You don't
Why
want to
not?
just be standing in the piss for your last days.
I do.
I mean,
Well-
it's like peeing in a pool. We all
Yeah.
do that.
We don't all do that, and it's not like that either.
Some of us from outside the pool and pee into the pool, but
I love how the guy who's like, well, let me tell you about which part of a human is white meat. Right off
I
the
will
bat,
not pee in a pool though.
Yeah, what are you? What are you, a
inside your
savage?
pool.
What are you, an animal?
This man has standards.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's a certain decorum in civilized society, not Larry.
Can't just be pissing anywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay, got
All the
another one
time.
for you.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Okay, so our reigning champion right now is the cave. World War One. You're in a trench, and you've been seriously hurt, right? You've got some sort of like mortal wound or something, and you've been completely immobilized from your injuries. They can't get you out because anytime you pop your head up in a World War One trench, you immediately die. So you're just laying there being eaten alive by rats.
Wow.
Fuck.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You think that's worse than mustard gas?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I mean, mustard gas was supposed to be pretty painful, but I think, yeah, the rats would take longer, I suppose.
I've been in a room with mustard gas. That would be much worse.
Oh, they made you do that just to protect Mount Rushmore?
Yes.
I don't think it's the same gas.
They didn't make me.
I don't think it's that. I also don't think it's the same gas. I'm gonna throw the challenge flag on that one.
It tasted like mustard.
Why is there no ketchup gas?
They just held me down and farted.
Yeah,
in my face.
where's the ketchup gas? Well, it's because ketchup sucks. That's why.
You don't know how wrong you are.
It's just not a useful condiment, really. I mean, it is. I take that back. It's useful if you're making a different sauce out of it.
Here's a sauce. Make different sauce with the
Yeah,
sauce.
if you're using ketchup as an ingredient in a sauce, fine. But on its own, it's just worthless. It's
I
not
use
good for anything.
I use ketchup to make mustard.
Like, that's fine if you want to use ketchup to make mustard.
I just pulled ketchup. Here's mustard. I made it out of ketchup.
Oh,
It
there's
identifies as mustard.
Fuck you. I was about to say that. Awful. You're awful.
I know.
Except what I was about to say is there's a really shitty, hacky joke to be made there.
And I made it.
You made it before I could interject.
Oh man. Just another win for the white guy.
It's about time. We need a win,
Yeah, we've been taking L's every left and right here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Rats eating you alive while you're just dying in a trench. Whomst among us,
Yeah. It
I
sounds like
mean-
a fun way to spend a Friday night.
I think it could be fun because you could be like, depending on how many there are, you could be like, oh, Jeremy, it's your turn to eat. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, how injured are you? Like, can you feel them gnawing away at your flesh?
Yes, because they're screaming from the pain of being eaten alive by rats.
And everyone's just looking around like, can you shut up? They're gonna see us.
Yeah. Your job in the trenches, you're the guy who shoos away the rats that are trying to eat that other guy. Because they make him scream and we can't give away our position.
Shoot.
Johnson, yes, sir. Go over there and shoo away those rats that are eating Richardson. Sir, yes, sir.
And then he comes back with one underneath his helmet that's like
Yeah,
directly
that's controlling him now. Yeah. He's like, he goes up, he says, "Sir, I think that we should injure more soldiers and line them up at rat height."
Ratatouille 2.
The rattening.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think rats eating you are worse than cave right now. But there could also have been rats in that cave while you're upside down eating you. New fear unlocked.
I still come back to the position, and I think that if rats are eating you, at least you're sitting down.
Try a new position. God, it's the same every time.
You don't get to try very much in 30 seconds, but if you're being eaten by rats, at least I assume that you're like kind of sat, leaned up against the wall of the
Sure.
trench. So again, you're upright and sitting and reasonably comfortable being, eaten by rats aside.
Yeah, see, I'm just more on like the pain than the freaked outness of like not knowing what's
You're-
going on.
You're also probably covered in urine, but if you're sitting up, it's like it's all
It's down.
down.
You're really just pissing on the rats.
And it's not making them go away.
Yeah, but again, it's better than pissing into your own mouth, unless you like that sort of thing.
Why can't we have both?
Then you should run for governor in North Carolina.
Also, in the cave, you really can't move. Like, when you're trying to sleep and you have the
No.
urge to like switch positions, like it's hell if there's something restricting your movement in that situation. Like when you need to bend your knees, you need to bend your fucking knees, right? And in the cave, you can't do any of that. You're just stuck. At least while you're sitting in the trench being eaten by rats, you can kind of like lean one way or another.
Just imagine the guy had an itch on his leg in the cave.
See, that's what I'm saying. Versus like the rats are probably scratching all your itches for you.
A little too well.
Yeah, but I'd rather have that. Shit. I mean,
at least I'm not itchy anymore.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll get bug bites on my ankles and unwittingly like scratch it until it starts bleeding. I've been there. So
you could be like, well, good news is my arm doesn't itch anymore. Bad news is that rat is running away with it.
Yeah, exactly. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's the psychological just of like, I'm upside down, I'm fucked, and I can't move versus, ow, this hurts a lot.
Correct.
It's just,
but again, being upside down in the cave also hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like maybe it's not, it doesn't hurt as much as being eaten alive, but it hurts.
This is going to be incredibly insensitive, but I'm going to say it anyway, because why not? Imagine this guy's upside down in the cave going, God, I wish I was in a trench being eaten by rats.
Yeah, I don't think we're in danger of his family watching this.
Okay, here's a quick one, but also kind of humorous. There's a guy who jumped from, I think he was like 30 feet into water and was doing a cannonball. And I saw this one on the show 1,000 Ways to Die on the former
classic
Spike Network.
Second episode in a row we're mentioning Spike TV.
So he's going for a cannonball and hits himself at a weird angle to when he lands, water shoots directly up through his anus.
Hell yeah.
And the force of it all explodes his bowels.
Oh.
And he, from the pain, and immediately starts like internal bleeding all over the place, passes out and drowns to death. Like, so you really don't see it coming. It's pretty quick, but like when your family's at your funeral, it's like, man, how'd he die? Well, water exploded his colon and he drowned to death.
It would be scary after your colon explodes and you're like, this hurts so bad I can't swim. Oh no, I'm drowning. That part would be scary. Did he jump was he naked? How did this water achieve such force up his anus?
I can't remember. Let me see if I can.
I mean, if it's 30 feet and you're jumping in a cannonball,
you have to be naked. I mean, to even have a chance at this,
or have like a very, very big issue with the Speedo going up your ass crack.
Even then, I feel like there's enough there to slow the water down that it wouldn't at least.
But what I'm hearing is
your colon.
There is a cure to my IBS, and I think I have found it.
There you go. Death.
I just have to die horribly.
There's light at the end of the tunnel, buddy. Go into the light.
That's what I tell myself when I live in the sewers.
I Googled exploded colon water jump death, and I'm getting way more responses about Matthew Perry than I had expected.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna for whatever reason. I thought maybe you'd bring up Mr. Hands.
Oh no!
For ruptured.
Not Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
So it just says, while cliff diving from 18 meters, the student's colon was damaged by the force of water as he landed and died.
Student?
Yeah. I think he was a college kid.
Was he in a fraternity?
Probably.
That might explain why his butt's a little looser.
Did you know the human colon explodes at 4 psi?
Okay, this is more believable now.
Let me
That's
get
not
my
a
air
lot.
pump and test this out.
4 psi is not a lot.
No, it's not.
What? Wow, really? So does your colon generally run a vacuum, or is it just atmospheric pressure?
I don't know.
Mine doesn't usually suck things up.
Because 4
Usually
psi
it
is like
doesn't.
nothing. I mean, I feel like your mouth can hold more than 4 psi. Like that.
My colon just exploded.
It's again why I break with a lot of White Sox Twitter on ass eating, because if your mouth can hold 4 psi and that could explode a colon, I don't.
Not worth it. Yeah, not worth
Go
it.
look, I can inflate you like a balloon.
Hey, that's a real fetish.
And it's caused a lot of death, apparently. Don't blow into my butthole, it'll explode.
There's people out there with an inflation fetish.
There's a fetish for something.
Right.
What's your cake? Blow me up. What?
What's worse, inflation or
Inflation.
diaper?
Prices are too high.
Good.
Inflation on diapers is also bad.
Inflation fetish or like diaper fetish. You know, like the people that are like, you know, wear diapers. Sorry, we're talking about death.
Inflation fetish or diaper? Sorry. Let's get back to death.
Oh, not Larry. You look concerned. What are you looking at?
He's found a lot of things that he doesn't want to have found. He just looked up inflation fetish.
Sandra wasn't going to leave anything to chance when the inevitable farting contest arose. She had a surefire plan to blow these boys away. While her roommates were out buying fart-inducing beans and broccoli, Sandra got busy with a leftover from the Whip It contest, an unused can of whipped cream. Her idea was to blow the compressive gas up her colon. Then when the time came, she'd rattle the rafters. She'd gas up and then backfire. And she just farts blood.
Oh no!
I mean, I feel like you have to win if you fart blood.
Oh no!
Yeah, and if you die from it, like you're.
She farted so hard she fucking died. I guess that means she won.
She'd a whip it.
It's the worst episode of Cake Farts I've ever watched. Yeah, Andy, this is why you should never hold a fart.
That's right. That's right. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to hold a fart.
My wife said to me, did you know that I guess there was some rumor on the internet. Shocking.
What?
That you burn 40 calories every time you fart, which just can't be true. Because
well, that's gotta be an average, first of all, because like not all farts are created equal, you know.
Okay, Martin Luther King Jr.
But Jesus.
All right, look, folks, send your donations to the allsportsteam@gmail.com. We're gonna fund these t-shirts. Tell you what, how many subscribers we have?
111.
111. All right, at 200, we'll reveal what the
t-shirt. No, we won't. No, we won't. We will not.
I do have to say, because we have someone who has found their new workout plan. Sorry, Sam. But it does not look like that is real. Because you think about it, like I could walk. My daughter's school is like a block away. one of the reasons why you know that I'm not a pedophile is because I can live that close to a school.
Yay!
But
And what's the address of her school and what hours is she there?
What's her daily schedule? And there's no beers.
I walk her to school and I don't burn 40 calories. There's no way a fart can do that.
Are you
What if
farting
you're-
the whole way there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if you're farting while walking?
One long stream fart out the-
Those are the best if you're when you get one of those that's like every step or like you're going up the stairs and you're just
It's propelling you.
yeah.
Stairs
That's the
are
best
hard, man.
kind.
Yeah, the propelled farts. Oh my goodness, I missed this comment earlier. A lady who died in a factory by falling into molten chocolate.
I mean,
She Augustus glooped herself.
yeah, I mean if you're gonna go, you know,
But molten
why is the
Oh.
chocolate hot enough to kill a person?
I don't know.
Like what reason is there to keep chocolate that hot?
Probably to shape it. I don't know.
It doesn't need to be kill a person hot to shape it, does it?
I don't know.
I guess I don't really understand the physics of chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently another one who fell between the cooler and the wall at work. He got trapped. Took 10 years to find him.
What kind of fucking cooler are we talking
Was
about?
there a
here?
hole in the ground? What the fuck? Fuck did nobody smell that?
Right.
10
Well, there's-
years.
How do you not yell in that time?
There's always the old urban legend about vending machines tipping over and killing
Falling on people.
you. Yeah.
I don't know if that'll kill you. It'll give you some
Shit.
cool gas.
She
glass.
Chopped
Right.
up in the molten chocolate?
What? Oh, maybe like she went through the process with the chocolate,
Maybe.
whatever was happening with it.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's good.
That's why they got. That's what peanut M&Ms are.
Yeah, it's just pieces of this one lady. Every bag of peanut M&Ms is just pieces of this one lady.
Get your bone marrow in, kids.
Oh, I got a fingernail.
Hey, keratin's important too.
All carrots
Okay.
matters.
So is this one lucky or unlucky? Because it's not an actual death, but it was an attempt. So there's like 2 decks on the Empire State Building, 2 like observation decks. A woman jumped off the top one to commit suicide, and when she did, the wind was strong enough to just carry her back enough to where she landed 10 stories below on the other observation deck and survived that.
Idiot.
What a failure.
Are you like, whew, okay, someone was up there to save me and like I have a purpose in life? Are you like,
Oh, no,
"Man,
I'd be
I can't
pissed
even
off."
kill myself?
Yeah, no, I'd be super pissed off.
I would just like look around and be like, fuck it, and then jump off the next one.
Yeah.
That can't happen twice, right?
Yeah. What are the odds?
You're crawling to the edge. You're like, can you give me a hand here?
And you guys lift me over the railing. I can't move my legs.
Hey, I dropped my ring. Could you help me just lean over the ledge?
People coming over like, are you okay? Or like, well, this is embarrassing.
God damn it.
Oh,
Mm,
yeah, that's
but that's not a death.
no,
So,
that's a near death.
You know, do you have any recurring near death dreams, or like do you have a specific way that you die in your dreams?
No.
Because
I-
I'll have dreams where I'm like flung from a roller coaster or losing control of a car or some, stuff like that.
I used to have. You ever have those dreams where you're like, I have to run, and you just like can't really get yourself.
That's
run?
the worst. Yeah. Or what I used to have as a kid was the trying to yell and you can't. same thing.
Yeah, I used to have those a lot, but like,
Do you know why
always
though? Do you know why
wake up
that's
before I
happening?
got
It's
caught.
very silly. That's happening because your this whatever's happening in your dream is happening in your dream, but your physical body, like your brain is trying to send signals to your body to do that thing. And the reason that in your dream it feels like you can't run or you can't yell because you're asleep and you physically can't do it because you're asleep. It's a very, very stupid human thing that happens to us.
Yeah, that doesn't sound cool.
Right. It's like you're asleep. You can't run because you're asleep. Your body's not moving right now. You're asleep, but your brain doesn't like understand that in the moment. So it's like, come on, body, we gotta run. Your body's like, no, fuck you, man. I'm comfy.
Hey, my body's like that when I'm awake too. So
Yeah, well, that's true.
yeah, I can attest to this as the person that sleeps next to her. You still try to yell in your sleep. It's pretty funny. You still make noise. It's just not a yell. It's just kind of scary.
What does it sound like? Do an impression.
And I'm like, are you all right?
You're like, oh,
Do
no,
you
I'm
need
here to
medical
talk.
assistance?
Wait.
So you are yelling. It's just not loud.
You should be like, shut up.
Often I do.
I'm trying to sleep.
Usually when I'm going to bed, she's doing something like that, and I'm just staring at her. What the fuck are you doing?
I will say I wouldn't want what Andy said, the video of the stepmom stuck in the dryer. I wouldn't want that to happen to me because that, I mean, look, God bless you if that's your thing, but, you know, I don't want to be stuck in the dryer getting pumped from behind.
I have so many questions about that premise, and I always have.
Hey.
How are you? First of all, what the fuck are you doing that you got stuck in there?
The laundry.
How are you stuck in there? Number one. Number two, the man with the camera never seems to help.
And always at some point the hand like comes out or the like whatever's stuck like comes apart and you're like, wait a minute, she's not stuck anymore. She just likes this.
Yeah, it's a faulty premise in my opinion.
I've never seen the ending of those videos, but I assume it's, oh, thanks for helping.
Yeah, like I said, I usually make it about 30 seconds through.
I don't have time to watch a series.
Yeah, I mean, to me, man, the cave is a hard one to top. Now, if there's one involving like spiders, like that might do it for me. That might beat the cave. Cause I fucking hate spiders, but I can't imagine a spidery death. You know, like, because I'm not counting like you get bit by one venomous spider and you fucking die. Like, I'm sure that's very painful, but it's not scary in the way that these other things are, right?
Okay.
You're not gonna be like eaten by a bunch of spiders the way you're eaten by a bunch of mice or rats or whatever.
Right. You're not gonna feel it.
What if I asked nicely?
They can't understand you. They're spiders.
Okay, last one. I'm going to slightly modify this. It says a woman in China got stuck in an elevator for a month.
What?
When they eventually found her, there were scratch marks on the doors and her hands were bloody from trying to get out. Now, what if that's the situation? Plus, the elevator is playing the song Mbop by Hanson on a loop. Is that worse than the cave?
So maybe, but it's not scarier.
Sure.
Like it,
okay.
you know, like, as long as the elevator's fixed in place and it's not like falling at random, like if it's just stuck someplace, that's awful. But it wouldn't be scary because you at least have, like, you're gonna go insane. Don't get me wrong, but at least you are free to move about the elevator. You can pick you know you can designate a piss corner. You know,
There's gonna be a lot of poop in that for a month, though.
If I was in there, yeah.
is there though? Because you don't have anything.
You're not eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like
Yeah.
a few days worth of poop, and it's not gonna smell
true.
nice because it's gonna be there the whole time. But
Not to quote South Park, but there's nothing eating here. You got poop, don't you?
so that's a question. Would you eat your poop in that situation?
To try to stay alive. But that would probably kill you in itself.
Yeah, I die before I eat poop.
I think I would too, because like Sam said, I don't think there's any guarantee that eating the poop isn't just gonna make you sick.
Yeah, it might not even be able to digest it. Probably should throw up.
And then there's poop and puke in the elevator.
You got a poop corner, a pee corner, and a puke corner.
And like the smell is just gonna make you keep puking.
Yep. Yep.
Isn't there an escape hatch in an elevator though? Like, couldn't she get out the top?
If you're tall enough.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm wondering as I think about this more, because how does she get into an elevator that is important enough that she would use it to wherever she's going to, but not
nobody
so
checked
important
on it
that
for a
no one
month.
would
Yeah.
find you for a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this elevator's down. They should do something about that.
Well, where is this? China?
China. Yeah.
China.
China.
Because like, I guess, that's the likeliest place for such an elevator to exist, because there's just so many more people and there's so many more places.
China has a lot of elevator incidents.
Well, because there's got to be a lot of elevators because there's a high population density.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have. I spent 4 years over there. When you walk into an elevator, you don't see that whole like this was inspected by so and so certificate in there. So it's like, yeah, this thing may have been running for 10 years without anybody looking at it.
Well, you do. It just looks like a bunch of hashtags.
But you don't have the there's no like anything there.
How long have you been hanging on to that, Sam?
Right now, I don't
know. Such a millennial.
This elevator is trending.
Such millennial. They call it a hashtag and not a pound sign.
Well, that's only if I tattoo it on my butt.
I knew I was teeing you up for that. You're welcome. I'll send a bill.
You give me the T's, I'll give you the P.
That's right. And T's and P's for anyone stuck in a cave out there listening to this show.
We're really not making fun of you. We're sympathizing.
If you're upside down in a cave right now, just know it could be worse.
Could always be worse. I don't know how, but
what
we've
kind of figured out is that it can't be worse than being.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're listening in a cave right now, it pretty much can't get worse. So
it could get worse.
Take solace in the fact that it's the worst it's ever going to be right now.
Caitlin did mention that they sealed off the cave after he died.
If you're stuck in a sunken battleship and you can hear us, it could be worse.
Wait a minute. Unable to retrieve it? Unable to retrieve what? The body? Is the body still in there?
Yeah. The skeleton's still in there. Nobody could get down there to get it, so they just sealed it off.
Fucking what was he doing?
Cave diving.
There was another way where it's like tight, but you can go around and then come back. He thought that's where he was going, and he just made it.
He was supposed to go right, and he went left.
I'm sorry, but he kind of asked for this.
He didn't have the GPS on.
Just like fucking leave, like, God damn it, leave the Earth's holes alone.
I'm just picturing now you being there, like one, because there were people, like there's pictures of his like feet stuff, and people are talking to him. I'm just picturing stupid in the cave, like you kind of asked for this. I mean, look,
You have nobody to blame but yourself.
Standing at
You're
the entrance
pissing
to
your
the
mouth
cave,
again,
going,
but-
"What were you thinking?"
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Your mother's not even going to be able to give you a funeral. Your body's going to be stuck here.
That's right. John Edward Jones, very, very Jewish name.
He could be Italian. I don't know.
And that's the same.
We're not even gonna try to rescue you, you idiot.
That's what I hope the firefighters said.
Go in there and get him. I'm not getting stuck like him.
Yeah. Like, hang on, we're not coming to rescue you.
Look, we're not going to be able to save him. He's going to die in here. The only thing we can do is make him comfortable. How? He's upside down in a cave.
Right. Well, we can
Shoot him up with morphine.
yeah, like we can plug the hole and then just like put a hose with nitrous and fill the whole cavity. Honestly, that wouldn't have been a bad move. And then, or like fill it with propane and light it on fire. Like, I'd rather die in an explosion than die just fucking upside down in this fucking hole in the earth.
To make it worse, it was on Thanksgiving. Didn't even get to eat.
That's
Hey, can
and that's
somebody
the
tell me
worst
if
part
the
of the whole
Lions
story.
won?
Yeah. And that's the real tragedy here.
I'm very happy that Caitlin told us there's a movie based off this. I gotta find this.
Yeah, apparently. Based on the Nutty Putty incident.
Well, everyone's got homework.
Go into this cave and see if you can get out. Yeah, terrifying deaths. What a lovely topic that we got to feel good about, and surprisingly have more laughs than feel bads.
If you can't laugh at the things that terrify you,
yeah,
then what can you laugh at?
Apparently, it was not an Oscar-worthy film, but worth the watch.
Acclaimed film critic Caitlin Reeves.
It's not Oscar-worthy. I hope it was on Hallmark. I wonder what the title is.
Looks like it's on Disney Plus.
Oh, no,
I'm just kidding.
naughty potty.
It's called The Last Descent, and it's on Peacock.
Huh. I feel like I've heard of that movie. But there was also a bunch of cave diving horror movies back in like the late 2000s, like The Ruins and whatever else those movies were. Very similar genre.
7 hours.
Yeah. Guy cut his arm off. What a psycho.
That one was a true story, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you believe it is. If you believe a liberal lie.
That's right.
Listen to the woke media.
I bet you watch CNN.
Can't even go cave diving anymore because of woke.
Can't even cut your arm off anymore.
I mean, the wokes did seal up the cave after he died.
Yeah. They're like, it's just nobody needs to worry about that one.
Yeah, back in my day, kids would learn for themselves. You can't go cave diving in there by dying.
Back in my
I
day,
hope-
people would just die quietly in caves.
I hope they at least waited till he died to seal it off. Because he's still alive. They're like, all right, here's a boulder. We're gonna reverse.
Good
Jesus
night. It's like putting your it's like putting your parakeet to sleep. You throw the blanket over the cage.
Yeah.
Good night. You should.
Oh, actual sleep, not like God.
Like we'll see it. Wait, this would make him like Jesus. We'll check on you in 3 days.
That's right.
If he's still there, well, he wasn't Jesus.
He gets
Now
us.
we know for science.
Man goes into cave thinking he might be Jesus. Oh, man. All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Thank you very much, Not Larry, for joining us and being here. Is there anything you want to plug while you're here or tell
I
people
feel
to
like I'm
not
on-
do or do?
Yeah, I feel like I'm on like a book tour or something. 'cause,
Hell yeah.
Last Tuesday I was on the Drafty Pod.
Mm.
It's getting Drafty Pod. So no, I don't have anything to plug except your mom.
Oh,
Hey,
well, she's in a cave right now. Go find her.
and then plug her.
Yeah, and then plug her. Go plug my. Never mind.
Oh,
Thank you for watching, commenting along tonight. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll see you guys on Thursday for AskCast. Have a good night. Bye.